Yo, YouTube family, what up? Ladies and gentlemen, we back with another Blaze Rican Reacts. A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, episode 3 this time. It's been a while since I've seen the last episode, but I'm ready and excited to get back into it. Episode 2 was still a little bit of a setup episode, you know? Didn't get too much action, even though, we got the joust at the end of the episode. But it was more of a story building episode. We got a little bit into, seeing what Dunk is thinking. He was petitioning different lords, to try to, make his claim to get into the joust, but didn't seem like anybody was remembering his boy Sir Arlen too much, unfortunately. We saw a little bit of, we got introduced to some of the Targaryens. We saw the two princes, I believe it was Baelor Breakspear and his brother Maekar, as they said. I think that's how you would say his name. We saw Dunk's love interest again, my shorty Tanzel Tutor, the medieval baddie, as I like to call her. He got her to paint his new sigil for him, with some help from Egg. They got the, I think it was like a Dornish type field with the elm tree and the shooting star overhead, which I think is fire. I think it's a good sigil for Dunk, Towards the end of the episode, we got a little bit into more what Dunk was thinking. During the joust, he was feeling some anxiety. You could see it all over his face. And then at the very end of the episode, he was talking about how, nobody remembers Sir Arlen, and he wasn't the greatest man to know, but he was a great man to Dunk. And, he wants to show these lords who don't even remember Sir Arlen, what he created, which is Dunk himself, and, he's saying, I'm gonna show him what his hands has wrought, pretty much saying like, yo, Sir Arlen made a beast out of me, and I want to show these dudes what I'm about and what Sir Arlen was about. And I think it's commendable, Dunk, he's a big boy. He may not be the best sword fighter in all of Westeros, but he's a giant of a man, and that counts for something in a battle, You can't take that away from him. We also got to see, more into what Dunk is like, and what Sir Arlen was like. In the beginning of the episode, you see Sir Arlen, helping small folk and, giving what little he has to small folk. And, he was doing sword play and arms with Dunk, just teaching him the basics of sword play and all that. And then, just having a good time with Dunk. They was in the rain, eating salt beef or whatever they was chewing on. And even when he was dying, he was still singing his song and just trying to, live his life to the fullest, even in his last moments, which I think is commendable. And then later in the episode, we see that with Dunk when he has to sell his horse, Sweetfoot, I believe the horse's name is. And, it just shows a type of character Dunk has, because, most people would just sell horse like you would sell a pair of shoes or something, it just doesn't mean much to them in that time. It was just like a mode of transportation or a workhorse or something like that. But to Dunk, it means something to have Sweetfoot, because it was Sir Arlen's. And, he says, if I win this choice, I'm going to buy you back. I'm going to get you back if I win the joust. So I think that just kind of shows, a little bit into Dunk's character and what kind of a man he is, that even something that goes unacknowledged, like a horse in these times, he still takes care of and shows empathy towards, which is more of like, just showing who he is as a man and as a character, and how even something beneath him is worth his time and his effort and his, his concern, which is just like the true sign of a knight, if you ask me, or a hero, taking care of things that can't take care of themselves. We got, like I said before, we saw a little bit of the Targaryen princes, Sir Baelor, which, as we've seen through his interactions with Dunk, it seems like a good dude, a solid person, even though he has all the status, he's still remembering, jousts and tourneys from years ago and the people he versed, which shows me, one, that he's a student of the game. He messes with the sword play and the battles and all that, like that's what he's good at, or maybe that's just what he's known for. And also just more of like that kind of empathy that Dunk shows. And I think that's maybe why he allowed Dunk to participate in the joust, because he's seen that, Dunk's a good dude. And I think a lot of people throughout the series are going to see that Dunk, he may not be of low birth, but he's of high character, and to me in these times, that stands out more than anything. People are so corrupt, and it's so easy to just be as we've seen with some of the other knights and characters throughout the show. It's like, oh, I'm too hot, I'm too ill of a person that I can't mess with you low-born type dudes, or you're not even worth my time or my energy or my consideration. And then we see his brother, Makar, which embodies all that stuff I was just saying about being too ill, being too cool for school. And, you know, he's cursing at the dude that invited him into his castle or his home or whatever. And he's talking about his son, how his son ain't shit, which I think is a reflection on him, because you really ain't shit, to be honest with you, dude. And how, you know, you can't even keep track of your two sons, because he was saying, you know, his sons are going missing, which is a big plot point in the story. His two sons, and where are they and what are they up to? And yeah, even when he's talking to Dunk, he's real dismissive. He's like, how do you even remember these nights from years ago? You know, like, again, just, I'm not, you small folk are beneath me. You're not even worth my consideration. We see more of our boy, the Laughing Storm, Lionel Baratheon, when him and Dunk get into the tug of war, which isn't really an important plot point. I just think it was a fun little moment in the storyline, and you show, you know, how strong Dunk is. There was a moment where he's damn near, when Lionel Baratheon jumps off the thing to go have a drink, and Dunk's still damn near pulling that whole joint by himself. And, you know, Eggs lifted off the ground, and it's just essentially 3 people against 5, and Dunk's still anchoring that joint on the other end and holding his own against 5 other people, which is just, I think, again, just shows you how strong of a man Dunk actually is. At the end, we get a little bit more, you know, of the action. We get that joust that was like a 5v5 joust, and the Laughing Storm was in it, and, you know, one of the Targaryens is in it. And we don't really see too much of the Targaryen, but, you know, we do see the Laughing Storm, Lionel Baratheon. He's getting it in. He got knocked off his horse, jumped back on another horse, picked up his shield, was still out there doing his work, even though, you know, there was a commotion. Motherfuckers was getting knocked over and all that. So yeah, decent episode, you know. Like I said, wasn't too much going on. I don't want to make this intro too long. I want to jump right into the action. You know what to do. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't. Tell a friend to tell a friend, and we gonna get it popping like that, y'all. A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, episode 3. Let's do it. Why you creepy? You staring at him in his sleep, dog? Come on, roll over or something. Yo, whoever, I don't know who this actor is. I gotta look it up after this episode, but this kid is amazing, bro. So much presence on screen for such a young kid. Is that Thunder? He's feeding Thunder early in the AM. Boy's got skill with the horses. Got some horseplay in him. Are you taking care of the horses early in the morning, getting them some water, getting them some food, all that kind of stuff? Or is he gonna sneak off to do some foul shit? I hope not. You get a clout on the ear.
Slug! Move! You stubborn as old iron. My father told me you should never talk to a horse. He said they're dumber than dogs and only understand the crop.
Thunder not having none of that, yo. Thunder's like, yo, take me back, bro. I'm not messing with you.
I think a horse doesn't want to be ordered about any more than a man does.
Damn, you understand them? They got a connection building already? That's dope. Yo, there's too much fecal matter play in this show for my liking, dude. Okay, so they're trying to get the, you know, for the joust, getting ready for the joust and all that. He's practicing, sending him the commands and all that. Okay, I'll fuck with you, Egg, on that. That's, yo, he a good little squire, bro. I like that. Better, he's getting better. There we go. Now we running,
Take a quick set
They're getting better, slowly but surely. They're getting better, boy.
You steal that horse.
It's not stealing if you mean to put it back.
Thunder not having none of that. He's like, do not touch me, sir. Egg's got the touch, boy. Him and Thunder, they about to be like this.
What's wrong with your hair?
What's wrong with your eye?
Yo, Egg don't give a damn. Oh, my man got run through the eye. Damn, that's crazy. Oh, his eye hanging, bruh.
You're Sir Robin Riesling. You're the maddest knight in the Seven Kingdoms.
Robert Riesling, okay. I don't know too much about him.
You're small for a squire.
I serve Sir Duncan the Tall. He's large enough for the both of us.
Yes, sir. Yo, Egg always talking that shit, boy.
Where have you been?
Training.
Don't wander off without telling me.
Damn, he pissy.
What are you doing, sir?
Sawing a patch.
Is that not my job?
You know how?
No. He don't know how to sew, boy.
What about breakfast?
There's salt beef after you're done.
I'd sooner eat the horse, sir.
You'll eat my fist if you don't do as you're told.
All right, chill out on him. I know you're a little upset about what you got going on in your head, bro, but chill out on my man, Egg. It's too early for all this commotion and hard feelings and all that.
Never mind that. Yeah, just like that.
Okay, yeah, he changed his tune. See, Dunk's a good dude, man. I fuck with Dunk.
How'd you get it so even?
Just practice. Just try again.
Okay, teaching him the art of getting his sewing game together, okay? I'm sure that'll be useful at some point, because you only got one pair of clothes. Now you can go out to the store and buy some new shit.
Sir? Mm-hmm. Is it odd that I have black hair growing out of my stones? Damon was the bastard, so they kicked his bastard. Grass is green and...
Yo, what's up with Dunk, bro?
Fetch my armor.
Now, the right of first challenge goes to knights of high birth and renown.
I cannot enter the list today.
Look at Egg schooling him on how things go, bro. Come on. Get it together, Dunk. You need Egg.
Not today, sir, no. Only knights of high birth and renown.
Then why have I been vomiting all morning?
It's a mystery.
Because you're nervous as hell, my boy. You gotta get it together, bro.
No. Goose eggs, like.
Oh, there we go. Young Shorty.
Do you like goose eggs?
Your shield will be ready this evening, so.
Why she play my man Dunk like that, bro? She not giving Dunk no love? Don't worry about it, Dunk. You get her next time, bro.
Shut up.
Yo, Egg's always busting balls, dude. Damn, you looking at that thing like he never seen meat before. Balls. They eating like kings this morning. They got some meat, some eggs, some big ass loaf of bread. Ooh, damn. Motherfucker got rocked off his horse, bro. Who's that dude? Well, they gave him some fucking horse piss or something, dude. What you drinking on?
I want some hard salt beef.
Oh, Meg, I can't eat hard salt beef. I just eat lovely food and great.
Because it's disgusting.
It's not disgusting.
Yes, it is disgusting.
See their bond building. They're becoming best friends on the low.
I think I could be quite happy in a place like this. After I lead a great campaign for my lord, of course. I return a war hero. And he gives me a parcel of land for my very own. And the hand of his second most beautiful daughter.
My man Ed got some dreams. He got some goals, you know what I'm saying? He wants to go lead a war. He wants to get some maiden hands and all that. Okay, Egg, I see you, boy.
Second most.
Well, you've already married the first most.
Hey, W Mans right there.
Did you really ride all the way here in the back of some farmer's wagon?
I don't want to talk about it.
Always busting balls, bro.
I'll say this for you. You're a good worker when you put your mind to it.
Think so?
Yes, sir. Dope Squire for a little kid.
Does that mean I can stay in as your squire?
If I lose my first joust, I'll scarcely be a knight after the tournament.
But if you win?
Many more jousts after that, my boy.
Duncan! A word, if you please.
Who's this? Oh, it's this guy. Freaking Spit Boy.
Sir Duncan, I believe we are both men of honour, so I hope you understand that what I ask serves no private interest.
I wonder what this is about.
With winter not so long past and many of our flocks collapsed, hard times lay ahead unless we endeavour to reverse our fortunes.
Is he gonna ask him to take a dive?
What do you know of Lord Ashford's youngest, Sir Andrew?
That's him right there, the dude that stole the joust in the beginning.
No, that's wrong.
But we're a challenger to come forth, and on us, Sir Andrew, against all odds.
So the other dude's gonna take the dive, Sir Andrew?
Now, rest assured, I mean no disrespect. I ask only what you already intend. Drive your forth from his saddle and take your place on Champion's Row.
I mean, that's a good point, bruh. You've been through a lot of shit already, my guy. Just a hard life of living. And see a chance for a come up, easy come up too. Get you some new armor, get you a new horse maybe, get some food, some real food for you and Egg. You know what I mean? It's a tough call, bro. Me, I'm a take it, bro. But I ain't shit. I ain't an ill knight like this guy is.
Let Sir Andrew take the fall, and you shall have his horse, arms, and armour as recompense for your role. A tidy sum for a young edge knight who presently calls an elder tree home.
Then you could sell that joint, sell the horse, get you some more bread. Like, I'm taking it, dude.
I beg you think on it. I shall seek your answer on the morrow. Mind your pride, Sir Duncan.
Oh, you always spitting, my boy. What's wrong with you? Get your sinuses cleared out. What you gonna do, Big Dunk? It's a lot of money on the line.
Son of Merkar, grandson of King Kern the Good, and Prince of House Targaryen.
Oh, that's the other Targaryen, Aryan Brightflame. Oh, damn, look at that helm, boy. That shit look fire.
Cousin?
Oh, they going 1v1?
Not to worry. I won't embarrass you today. Come out, little knight. It's time you face the dragon.
I don't know that sigil. Do you even have a sigil? What is it? Is it just the field of diamonds? Swerve this shit. Yeah, they don't fuck with that.
I don't like that shit. For sure, bro. I don't like that shit.
I don't know. Oh! Violated my man's shit, dude. My man broke his leg. He's a real piece of shit, this guy. I don't like this dude. Yeah, exactly. Throw a dunk pie at him. Oh, they storming that shit. Kingsguard coming to protect his punk ass.
It was a terrible sight, but a squire must be strong. A mishap may befall me.
That was no mishap.
Yeah, nah, he did that shit on purpose, bro. This guy's always drunk as shit, dude. True Baratheon. Oh no, dude. What the fuck?
Do you suppose there wasn't Alice, sir?
The crippled girl who shoved her hand up men's arses.
I hope not.
Do you think her name was really Alice?
No.
That means there was a cripple girl who was so good at pleasuring men in their bums that they saw fit to celebrate her in song.
Thinking about it too much, eh? Just, just take it for what it is.
Perhaps it is a story of honour.
Honour?
A misfortune girl making the best of her natural gifts.
Pleasure mans in their bums.
With a dogged spirit, giving more than what is asked. The whole arm bone, as it were.
Yo, this song is nuts, dude. It's too much.
Must hope, sir. Belongs to all who invoke it.
Look at Egg, giving him more confidence, giving him game, giving him wisdom.
Say your fortune.
Do the boy now.
You shall be king, and die in hot fire, and worms shall feed upon your ashes.
Summerhall? Wink, wink.
And all who know you shall rejoice in your dying.
Thank you, that's very good.
Why would she say that?
Prophecy? Who knows?
So no good.
Oh, the Fossaway boy, what up?
This boy is my squire. Egg, this is Raymond Fossaway.
Raymond Fossaway. Okay, I forgot his name.
Will you join me in my tent for a cup of cider?
I could wait at the puppet show, sir. Bring your shield when the performance is over.
He want to get with Tanzel. That's what he want to do. He ain't even thinking about that shield and no cider.
Who does your cousin mean to challenge?
If anyone's wounded on the morrow, I'm sure Stefan will be quick to knock on his shield.
That's some punk shit right there. You're gonna go for the weak, try to pick off what stragglers you can find. That's some ass shit, dude. I don't like that.
I heard Arian were in spitting rage at Lord Ashford for giving away his horse.
Little comfort that will be to Sir Humphrey. It looked as if he was going to carry the day.
Now he's like shattered like a baking dish.
My squire thinks Arian meant to kill the horse.
Careful what you say too loud, my boy. Some of that shit is treasonous.
Hard to accept that a knight might be so dishonourable.
Why is that hard? They're incestuous aliens, Duncan.
Facts, dude.
Dragged us into their wars about a mote of respect for our history or our customs. Every pale-haired brat they saddled on us has been madder than the last. Gods know how.
Yeah. Targaryens are not well liked around these parts. Ever since the days of Aegon, they've been conquering shit, doing foul shit to the Westerosi land, bro. Burning motherfuckers, sacking cities and all that. Yeah. He don't like all that killing the dragon shit.
I saw Prince Maker's chair was empty.
He left Ashford this morning to search for the rest of his misbegats. There's rumours going about the boys are dead. Probably just drunk again.
Yeah, Makar was saying that Darren's not really up to snuff, you know? Seems like all he want to do is just drink and mess with the hoes.
And the youngest.
Sir Duncan, you have to come. Ariel's hurting her.
Hurting who?
Oh shit, you hear her screaming. Yeah, move out the way. Oh, damn, he's violating her. Oh, shit, dude. Yeah, wreck his shit, dude.
His feet and
Kicked him right in the face, boy. Get the fuck off me. Yeah, shit leaking from your mouth, boy.
Why did you throw your life away for this whore? She's scarcely worth it. It's a traitor.
So that's a traitor? It's because you made a play about a dragon losing and that makes her a traitor? Yo, you a fucking piece of shit, dude. Ooh. You lucky that's all dunked into you, bro. We should have killed your ass.
You've loosened one of my teeth. So we'll start by breaking out all of yours.
Look, you gotta take 4 motherfuckers to hold my man Dunk down.
Don't hurt him!
Hold your tongue or they'll hurt you!
No, they won't.
You
Here we go.
impudent little wretch. What's happened to your hair?
I cut it off, brother. I didn't want to look like you.
Finally getting the truth. Big A, where he from? He's the Targaryen boy. Okay. Big info bomb right there. So Little Egg is a Targaryen. Been holding that one in for a long time. I don't want to spoil it for anybody who didn't know, but now we know. Egg's a Targaryen. Little Targaryen princeling. Brother to Aerion Brightflame and, you know, son of Maekar and all that, so. But looks like Dunk's in a little bit of trouble now. Punched dude in the face, kicked him in his face, knocked one of his teeth loose. He's not gonna take that sitting down, you know. You just messed up a prince in front of gods and men, so they gonna want some retribution. Low status, nobody to represent him. It's just gonna be him against Targaryen's word. They can make up whatever they want to say now. Another good episode. You know, I'm loving the bond that Dunk and Egg are building. You know, it seems like they're becoming good friends. Monk's, you know, said he's gonna take him on as a full-time squire if he wins. We see Dunk and Fossaway Kid building more of a friendship, and that's just gonna keep happening. My man Dunk, he's a one-on-one dude. People will just mess with him off the strength of his character, and you know, more people are just gonna, you know, as the story goes, he's gonna start stacking friendships and keep building on that. So excited to get the next one out the way. I'm gonna jump right into it. I'll catch you guys next time. Blaze Rican Reacts. Peace.